Cool story. Well, this morning in the kitchen, Go Providence has brought us Chef Willis Stepp of Public Kitchen and Bar. And you guys are a new restaurant that just opened up at the bottom of the Renaissance Hotel. I had the pleasure of coming to your grand opening, and it was great. Everything from the food to the cocktails to the atmosphere. It was wonderful. So thanks for being here today.
Absolutely.
And tell us about what we're making.
We're making one of our signature dishes, kimchi fried rice. We're using lovely applewood smoked bacon, some stinky kimchi that everyone loves in the business.
Stinky, but in a good way.
Oh, absolutely.
And you can buy that at the grocery store already made?
Any like Whole Foods or specialty health ingredients, it's in there. So the Asian section maybe. Local eggs, that's from our local farm we use, Buffoni.
Nice.
Always the best. A little bit of spice.
Okay.
A lot of sweetness. Good stuff there.
Okay. And what are these other herbs that I see down there?
We finished this with cilantro and a Thai basil mix and scallions.
Excellent.
Simple.
And I'm smelling garlic.
Always.
We use garlic,
Always.
onions.
Yep.
So we're using red onions and we're using white onions.
Well, these are actually shallots, a little bit more mild than that.
Okay.
Kind of rounds the dish out, and then we finish
sweeter
it with,
too, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And some Japanese chili powder.
Japanese, okay, and we've got pepper and salt and rice.
That's it.
Okay, and what's like the real hero part of this dish, would you say? The bacon.
Always.
So applewood,
Yeah,
is that what you said?
it's an applewood smoked. It's a little bit on the sweeter side, but a lot of smoke, a lot of salt, a lot of depth. Makes a dish great.
Okay, and this is something that somebody could have as a main meal, or would it be a side?
We keep it in a small portion just because it's so intense, but if you wanted to make a larger portion, feel free.
Great. And like I said, you guys just opened. Anything that people are saying already about it?
It's hip, it's fun, it's approachable, so anybody can come down. I mean, no matter who it is, you know, senators to college kids to everybody.
That's true.
It's,
well, good.
It's cool.
It's a good word, approachable.
Oh,
all right, well, Michaela will be in the next kitchen hit with you. For now, though, we'll go back to you.
Oh, it's great. I got to tell you, anytime there's bacon sizzling in a pan, I am one happy woman. All right, we have Go Providence in the kitchen. Chef Willis is here from Public Kitchen and Bar. New spot you guys have just recently opened. I know you were talking about that before. And now you're bringing in some great flavors like these. Tell us about it.
Bacon, I mean, it's the base to a lot of all of our dishes, which I love. We're basically just bringing it down now, getting the fat, so then when the onions come in, we're just building the base to what this dish is going to be. There's a lot of different flavors, so something like this is important to actually get it down right.
You're making an interesting take on fried rice.
Sure.
Something that I'm sure maybe people have ordered plenty of times or have made it themselves. And what's your twist on it? I mean, bacon alone is different for me. I don't think I've really had that in a fried rice.
The bacon's nice, but it's a fusion style of a fried rice where you get a lot of different ingredients. Sambal, which is a Vietnamese chili paste. You're using kimchi, which is a Korean pickled cabbage. Onions, just to build everything up. And then we use local eggs. We cook them at 147 degrees for an hour. So it kind of like nicely breaks over the rice at the end. So that's kind of modern techniques and simple flavors, and it's what Public's all about right now.
So you've been cooking this bacon for about how long in the pan?
Just a couple minutes. Like I said, it takes a little bit to get the fat to actually come out, but you want it nice and crispy, and then that extra fat, you know, we're going to get rid of some of it, but that's the base of what a good rice should be. It'll crisp up that, it'll suck up all the flavors, and that's kind of where we're going for it. So
should the bacon have a little bit of a chew to it? I mean, you probably don't want it too charred.
If it's too salty, that's where the salt really comes out, because all the fat comes and it's a salty product by nature. So that's why we remove some of it, and that's kind of the base of it.
So we'll be doing that. So you're going to remove some of that bacon, put it in a different pan.
Of course.
We'll get the onions going with some of that bacon fat. Is that how it's going to work?
Of course.
Okay,
Bacon
and then
fat.
we'll start building the entire fried rice dish coming up a little bit later on in the show.
We're back in the Rhode Show kitchen this morning. Go Providence brought us Chef Willis from Public Kitchen and Bar. We've got bacon that smells great. Yeah. It smells so good. You can smell it all over the place today.
Always.
Yeah. What are we doing right now?
I'm going to add the bacon back into the mixture. We just did some onions and garlic and a little bit of the shallot to build that base flavor. We're going to add our rice, our kimchi, and a little bit of the sambal, and some of these little ingredients just to round out the dish.
Okay.
So we'll do that right now.
All right.
All right.
So I get the bacon going back in. Can't really skimp out on the bacon. I mean, this is
never.
That's where the real flavor is.
Yeah, this isn't a real counting calories type of dish.
But it's delicious.
But it is quite delicious. So we'll add our rice right back in.
Okay.
What kind of rice are you using for a recipe like this?
See, I used a couple different in the beginning, and I found that a very light basmati rice doesn't hold a lot of heaviness, like you would say a jasmine rice or just a parboiled. And what it does is it keeps the dish pretty light.
Okay.
Not very heavy. Like
Sometimes you'll have rice and it feels like you can really feel it afterwards.
exactly. So this I kind of just bring together. It looks nice. And if you want to grab the kimchi right there,
Okay, got
right
it.
up, we're going to use this. We're going to use the kimchi juice that gives the flavor and the color of the rice. And then we're going to add a little bit of that kimchi, which
Which is like a cabbage, you said.
it is a Korean pickled cabbage. It's prevalent in a lot of the Korean dishes. They eat it as sides. They eat it in a lot of different things.
Right.
But
Does it taste similar to our cabbage, or is it a completely different flavor?
it begins as our cabbage, but as it ferments, it has some fish sauce in it, chilies, garlic, scallions. It kind of takes on its own flavor
right.
Beautiful.
after about a month or so of
Yep.
it going. But
Oh, it'll stick for that long. Wow.
oh yeah, it doesn't really go bad. If it starts bubbling, it's just beginning. It's fermenting. It's
Just
growing
getting
well.
ready for
Oh,
the
yeah.
taste. Okay.
So now you can see the rice is starting to get a little red,
Yep, getting that color.
and I'm gonna add our hoisin sauce, which is gonna sweeten it. This is a Chinese style element,
Look at that.
and a very high quality white soy sauce. This is a little darker, but it's called shoyu. It's just the way they brew it.
Does it have the same taste as regular soy sauce, or
It's
just a little stronger?
it's cleaner.
It is okay.
It's not a very salty. It's got some flavor and body to it. So
Right.
it's not just your normal Kikkoman everyday soy sauce.
Right.
But I mean that would work also all really good in here too. You know.
So if you already have that at home, feel free
Sure.
to use
to
that
use
one.
that too.
Yeah, absolutely. So right now, our rice is pretty much done. I want to turn it
That
down,
looks good.
and we're gonna heat up our egg. So our egg right
Grab
now.
one of these.
Now these have already been cooked, so we just have to drop it down. Just make sure it's nice and warm. This is how we do it in the restaurant,
Okay.
and we're just bringing that back up to temperature. This egg was cooked for an hour. We simmered it at 147 degrees just to
Wow.
get a really nice texture in there, and you'll see how it breaks open,
Okay.
how it works out really well.
Yeah, I'm excited to see that.
Let's
Now,
talk-
is this a popular dish at
It is. It's,
Public Kitchen?
We just opened up on Thursday, so we're starting to get a lot of new people in there.
Right.
And this is one of the dishes that separates us from, say, a lot of the other places that are around. It's not quite Asian, it's not quite American, but
Right.
that's kind of who we are.
And tell everyone where you are.
So we are right in downtown, across from the State Building, in the Renaissance Hotel.
Okay.
So come by anytime. It's a spectacular view outside.
Right.
The restaurant's stunning.
Yeah, you are in a great location.
Great location.
So
Sure.
in addition to a dish like this, what are some of the other things that you might feature?
We do everything. We have Maine lobster slider kind of things, a take on a very popular Rhode Island dish.
Right.
We do a lot of local kind of salads, frisee salads and beet salads, all from
something
local
for
farms.
everyone.
Love that too.
And we love sustainability, so we try to do as much as we can from local farms. These eggs are from Buffoni Farm, which is in Johnson.
Great.
And this is done. We're just heating it up,
Yeah.
and I'll let this
I'll swap
sit.
with you.
Okay.
That way you can do the
Sure.
the plate presentation.
Sure.
That's just as crucial as the dish itself, is making it look good.
Absolutely, and we do a lot of that too. That's the dish preparation is very important for us. So right now, I'll just take some of these herbs.
Okay.
Okay.
This is a
Give you some of that.
yeah, a little cilantro Thai basil, just
Okay.
to give it fragrance.
Jazz it up.
A little scallion,
There you go.
and we're gonna plate right now.
Okay.
How easy that all came together.
It looks
Yeah.
so good.
And it smells very good. Everything brings a lot to it. So everybody's got a piece of the pie in this. So now we'll get our serving spoon, and we just put this right in the middle of the dish.
Okay.
Make it look nice, nice little mound of it.
And then you crack that egg on top so it'll stay together.
It will, but what I normally do is I crack it on a paper towel, just so the excess,
Okay.
the white and stuff like that, it doesn't really break apart.
Okay.
But
So you're gonna carefully do that
yep.
and then place it right on top.
Look at how easy that came
Oh my
out.
gosh.
Yeah, this is one of these new modern techniques that we're trying to do. And some of this egg white, you just slide aside.
Look
put
at
that right on top.
It'll balance
Beautiful.
right on top.
Look at that. That looks good.
There it is. If you want this recipe so you can make it for yourself, or you want information about the restaurant, head on over to the Rhode Show page at WPRI.com.